Today we are going to be starting a brand new city. This is going to be our super city series. So this is going to be three cities put together to create one giant super city. And those cities that I'm going to be drawing inspiration from are Chicago for its easily accessible and maneuverable downtown, Rotterdam for its world-class port and just industrial center, as well as Copenhagen's neighborhoods for it just looks great. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. So without further ado, we're going to jump on into it with the map Tampere. I feel like this is going to probably give me the best layout for what I envision for the city. So if you are a fan of city building games and would like to follow along on this journey with me, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and yeah, comment down below if you have any new ideas for the city. If you want to name something that we have that we're building up in here. Let's get started. All right, this is going to be, we're going to name this Navrin. There we go. We gotta take one of that A out. And if you don't know, that's Nirvana spelled backwards. All right, we're gonna go with the European theme. Normal game mode, everything, all of this right here is good. We'll just continue the tutorials from where we're at, I guess. And then let's get started. So one thing to look at with the natural resources, we are going to want to provide like a very good transit system. That one is probably going to be based off of like the Tokyo transit system. So it's good that we have, we're going to need rail connections as well as the ship connections for like the bulk of our industrial center down the line, as well as air. Like all of this right here is definitely going to be useful in how we make money towards the later half of the game. All right, the first thing I want to see is where we're going to actually start our first neighborhood as well as the downtown. So let's zoom on in here. What's this? We have Old Mill Ruins. Okay. We just got a building there that comes with it. Okay, so I like this right here. So this is probably going to, yeah, this section here. The east side of this interchange here is going to be our castle ruins. This is cool. We got some ruin areas, but this is going to be like our port area. The boulder number 5. Yeah, this looks a good area for or maybe out here. Either one of these two spots, one of these two spots are going to be great for that. And this is our rail, so it's looking like this might be our port area. It's probably going to be our better suited for that. And then I'm thinking this area here is going to be where we develop our first neighborhood. We're gonna make this start here for some of the higher property neighbor, like the higher value neighbor, higher value property here, the waterfront, and then scale back out towards the center, which is where we'll probably do our downtown area, leading into our eastern section, which will build out. This will start to be our more industrial into the, well, commercial into the industrial. And then up top, this is going to be more farmland. Actually, let's take a look at what is, let's see. So it seems like this is a lot of forestry. So as we work up here, as we work through here, this will be more, we got a lot of ore in this area, and it's already unlocked. So this is definitely going to be This is like a perfect industrial area for us. So this is definitely where we're gonna have like our power, all that cool stuff there going. And as we get over here, very good fertile land for maybe a farming industry offshore or on the off of the island or peninsula. What this is, I like this though. I like this. So this is probably where we're going to start. Let's go to turn this off, and then we'll connect this. So only thing now to do is get started. All right, so the first thing I want to do is actually start to map out all the homes from the back and work our way towards where the downtown area is going to be. That way we prioritize the structure of this first. All right, and what I did with this was basically I wanted to have a road that led out of the neighborhood but wasn't attached to the highway, so then that way we can have local traffic be able to leave, and then eventually this will attach to the highway and then the downtown area. So this will be upgraded later on down the line. But for now, we have basically our first neighborhood infrastructure set. I'm going to put more paths and everything through here as time goes on, well, as we get a little further. But I basically just wanted to get a good foundation. I'm going to branch these out as well too, just to kind of clean up a little bit more of, you know, give it a little bit more life and, you know, what was that? All right, and just like that, we have the first neighborhood laid out. And we're not gonna zone the entire neighborhood just yet. We're going to expand slowly. So I'm thinking with this, we've already spent a good bit of money. Right now we are paying at 200, you know, nothing major. But now it's time to actually bring some zoning into the equation though. First, so we're gonna start, like I said, we're gonna start here and then work our way on out. But I think I still need a couple more roads. Like here. But we'll worry about that later. So for the zoning, let's start with some waterfront, and then we'll drop all of those. All right, so now we have our residential zone, we have some commercial, and then we have basically 3 small pocket neighborhoods built in our first neighborhood. We're gonna leave the rest of this open for the time being, and then we're actually gonna need some industrial as well too. So let's start by actually connecting, because we are going to have to get some power and everything started in here too. So go ahead and look at, so something that I'm thinking about, since we're gonna actually be starting off small, I may think about buying a coal power plant first, and then that way with all of the excess energy we can just sell that off towards to basically get some energy, to get some money back a little earlier than necessary. So now I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do a service road as well too, straight up here. And this is perfect because this will take this, the wind pollution, everything. This won't even be affecting everything. So we'll build out our industrial down here and up through here. So honestly, this might be a better spot to put it. We're gonna set that there actually. And then something that I'm thinking might be useful now is actually upgrading this. I'm gonna delete this one. Take Canal Street out of here. And then we can go ahead and turn on parallel. Go ahead and connect this. Yeah, that works. And then we're gonna do the same over here. So we're gonna turn on this again. And we're gonna take that up. Let's see if I can match it up here. There, now we have basically good through traffic for all of this. And because we have those connected, this is basically going to start our downtown grid as well too. I know it looks crazy. It looks crazy, and this right here is probably we might turn this into a straight up highway, and then have this kind of like go through downtown because we might not need this per se. So we're not gonna be looking at this just yet. We're probably gonna make some. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to delete this. And then we're gonna have to bring in this 4-lane. Alright, we're probably gonna take this underground, I think. We're gonna take it out to about right here. And then we're gonna switch back to our 2-lane. And this is where I kind of wanted to cross.
I hope you're having a great time. This is Liz Peterson on the atmospheric piano.
So now I'm just making sure like this makes sense because I kind of want to keep this type of design. Like this is going to be open for like our city services area. Like that, we're gonna lock in some more stuff here. And the more I think about this, instead of making this a tunnel, because I see we have a tunnel right here on the another outskirts of the city here. So like that kind of would serve that purpose here. I think I'm gonna run this directly through, and then this will be upgraded over time probably. So let's just run this up to fill in. And then that way, once we need to start to add things over here, we're good. So let's take a look at the power real quick. Make sure everything is running like it should. Perfect. And then water. Now we need to actually put down. Okay, so water actually flows out of here pretty decent. Looks like it comes in through here and it flows out through here. So it does suck that this. Okay, this works right here too. So we can actually have this right offshore here. I mean, oh, this actually. We're gonna put this right. Maybe not here because like right in this area because this is where the ports are gonna go. So maybe we drop it right here. Since we're really sure this isn't going to be used for anything else. And then we got Tiny Village unlocked. And then let's go ahead and get some pipes down here. It does need to be attached to a road, so I think just giving it a road is decent enough. And we'll actually make this an alley. Oh, let's turn this off. I like this. We'll probably utilize this alley for some other things as well too. And then we'll basically flesh that out in a second. But we can definitely find some utilization for this right here. Or if not, all right, so now that we have the water running, we have to have something for the water too. And the same deal here, we're at an alley. And this alley will connect to like I said, we'll do some more stuff with this as well too. Like we'll expand around and like utilize that for like some park area and everything like that. All right, so now that we have power, we need to have it connected. That's not gonna give us a lot of clears for boats. Doesn't look like. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does. But now with that, let's take a look at our power. We should be able to, oh, wait. So I want to actually do this first before we kick it on. So when it comes to this, a good spot I'm thinking. If I put it here, this seems like a good spot here. So what all do we have access to? A landfill. Our landfill definitely can go. I don't want to pollute the ore that we're picking up and everything. This will be our landfill. I know it's a little big, but like I said, this is all gonna be like specifically for industrial and everything. And I want to like build for the future. So now when we look at this, how much capacity we have? 1,000 tons. I like that. I like that. That seems pretty decent. And now, as we have power, we got the landfill out of the way. I just want to make sure that was done and off my brain. We need death care and health care. So we're gonna go with a small medical clinic. We're actually gonna do 2. I should put one in the businesses section on the other side. Or I shouldn't make it its own because we're gonna need a police department and everything as well too out here. So And now let's add in some
Oh,
parks. Oh,
I
we don't
really
have
love
access
that
to
song.
parks.
For some reason,
Um,
that song is
I
always
believe
stuck
that's
in my
about
head.
everything that
And
we
not
can
only
do
that,
so far for
this
it.
is Liz Peterson,
So let's
and
take
you're
one
listening
more
to the
look.
Atmospheric Piano Channel.
Once they come in, they have ways to get into the city. No, they don't. We have to add in. So we'll connect these two roads up now. And then we'll use 2 lanes. Then we'll bring those straight. All right, so then now everything is basically connected here that we can utilize, because these are just regular roads here. We can utilize this for like more commercial and everything to prevent having to come into this city here. And then actually we're going to utilize, I just had an idea, we're going to turn this right here into our transit line. So it's going to basically, everything in between these is going to house our transit line. So whenever you see me put any of these parallels down, it's going to be because I'm thinking of a tram of some sort or a bus line that's going to be running up and through these. So now with everything basically built out for the first neighborhood and the downtown area, well, the setting for it, let's unpause and let's take it all in. Let's see how the city is going to develop. And we already have some industrial growth that's happening. And already we're having issues with power. So let's take a look at our power. And as we can see, we are overproducing as of right now, which is great. So what is the issue with the power? Let's give this a pause. Guys, I am silly. I'm so silly. The street's not attached to anything. That's why there's no power being ran to anywhere. Don't make a mistake like me, okay? Don't make a mistake like me. All right, and now we can unpause, and hopefully that will, just like that, solve all of our power and water issues. And then if we take a look back up here, we see that we are producing 4.6 megawatts, 1.1. Yeah, everything's going up. We're so good on everything now. The water, sewage, everything is flowing nicely. So now let's take a look at our city. And let's see how the waterfront area is developing. All right, that looks actually pretty nice so far. So I want to make sure I start taking a look at the traffic that's coming in and out of the city. Let's see if it does what it's supposed to do. So Plenty of entry and exit ways. We got roads that take people out of the city, and that is on our business street and not our housing streets, which is great. And that's basically what we wanted to see. We wanted to make sure that we kept these roads fairly empty for the rural traffic in the neighborhoods, and then these roads a bit more busy due to the dense traffic, and then we'll have it loop into we'll probably connect these two streets for more housing. But we'll do that once necessary. So now we just make a little money, and then we let the city do what it do. Let's take a look at Chirper and see what's going on. The electricity department, we're exporting 16.7 megawatts of energy. Nice.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Local authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low-flush toilet, cut back on watering the lawn, and shower with a friend whenever
All right,
possible.
so let's take a look at
This has
our
been a local public service announcement.
traffic. So, all right, seems like traffic is a little busier on our back end for our neighborhoods.
Ask the musicologist session.
But that's only
Get
because
to
we don't
dive
have a
into
lot
the
of city
mailbag
services or
to see what's
anything
been keeping
on
music lovers
the
awake at night,
outer
and put my counter
side,
punch
like on the outskirts of
Let's see.
this first
Interlude
neighborhood here.
11.
So let's take a look
Dearest,
at our
last
budget.
Christmas,
We're
I went to piano
losing
concert in
money
Delaware,
right now,
and I
which
was
isn't great,
surprised
but
by the
it's
fact
because
that
we
they played a
probably
Yamaha
need to bring
piano,
in
not a
more
classical Steinway piano.
service
First
fees.
of all, thank
So
you for reaching out, Interlude 11. I've noticed that it's more and more common that the opera houses use these
let's
Yamaha
go ahead
pianos
and
instead of the
zone
classic ones. But I guess the most
some more
important
single
thing
family
is that the
homes
music
over
is right
here.
and gear comes in second place. This is Liz Peterson, and you're listening to the Atmospheric Piano Channel.
But before we do that, we do want to make sure that we
Interesting
keep
news from the city's export division. Sources tell
we put
us
some
that our
alleys,
city
actually.
has more services than we know what.
But what we are discussing is
And I don't want
study
this
of
to
the
be
statistical
too dense, so
abstraction and
we're
its
gonna leave
effect
this area
on the
open for
human
some
Thank
parks.
you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
Hmm. And then let's go actually build some row homes over in this area. So we want to watch out for this lane right here because this is where a lot of traffic is going to exit from. So we probably want to try to keep it in. I believe with row homes though, we do parking on the street. So I'm going to leave this area open. And then this area open. And then with that, that brings us, ooh, we're still a bit down. So let's come back up on in here. We're gonna actually take our commercial down to 5% right now. And industrial up to 12, and then residential up to 12, and that brings us to 27. It's all good. It's all good. Let's take a look at what the row homes look like. It's like parking on the street. I see that. But since we have that, I kind of want to come here. And then we're gonna get our second upgrade in a second, and then we're gonna use that to get our parking areas and advanced services, depending on how many that we get, because we can't have too many cars parking on the side of the street here. There it is. All right, so now that we have that, we can come on up in here. Unlock parking areas. And then we'll drop this. Got one there. Drop another one there. We'll drop two there. And then over here, we're gonna go for a massive parking lot over here. Where to put it? A lot of our businesses are on that road right there, and it's like, maybe go with some smaller parking. We're gonna have to lose some businesses, but the parking there is gonna be necessary. So we're still behind a little bit. Let's actually look at our all right, nobody's homeless. Unemployment at 17%, so that's great. So we can actually build out some more housing, but we have to do that smart. We have to do that smart. We have to do that smart because we don't want to make this super dense and everything. Like this is already like I said, I want to keep this like kind of open and not open, but self-sufficient. I don't want too many cars like running through this area. As of right now, I feel like we're doing pretty good. So when it comes to the death services, though, we put the clinic down, but we don't have a cemetery. And the cemetery is going to start, it's going to go in like our downtown area. So we'll add that right there. Like I said, this is going to be like our city services area anyway, right here. So a lot of that stuff here is going to tie into it. So now let's try to actually finish fleshing out some more of this area. We don't have access to any parks or anything, so we can't make it all like pretty, but we can put an elementary school. That's another reason why I wanted to not scale up too much, so we can put the elementary school I want to say right here. All right, so we got an elementary school down, and I believe with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my high school down now. But we're going to put the high school in a spot we can upgrade. So I think what's going to be cool if I put that right here. So in between Bellwood and Wood Street. So let's take us. I'm just going to make this a medium 4-lane. We're going to bring this right across. And then that way, we place the high school. We'll do a small high school. Alright, we got room for an extension wing right here. Okay. So we gotta relocate this right here. So alright, so we don't need the extension wing right now. We just want to take a look and see where it goes. And that cost us trying to move it. So yeah, we put the school on the water, you know, waterfront elementary school. We got the elementary and the high school, so we'll be able to have some pretty smart students pretty soon. So let's pause this. Let's take a look at what's really eating up our money. A lot of service upkeep. We're spending $327,000 in service upkeep, and we're not getting any of that back. The majority of that is coming from healthcare and death care. Huh. Huh. Alright, so we could turn down the budget for a lot of this for the time being. So 70 for the electricity. We are... Let's see. Let's see if we turn the budget down. And the service fee, oh man, we'll be being very efficient. Keep the service fee what it is. Drop this down to about 90%. We're not gonna mess with water and sewage. We're gonna drop this down. And then with taxes, yeah, we're gonna bring this up a little bit more. We don't have commercial, so we're not really making
Whether
any money
you're
off
into
of
the
that,
classics
per se.
or the more
I mean,
contemporary
commercial, we do
stuff,
have this, so...
this is your channel. I'm Liz Peterson, and you're listening to the Atmospheric Piano Channel.
And now just to make sure we can, like,
Local
we have
star
some money
producers
coming in.
are
Oh,
interrupting
Lord,
a
what is
treat
this?
tonight, as the aurora borealis is expected to light up the night sky.
That's right, Jim. Don't forget to look up this evening. It promises to be quite a sight. A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good
Oh, man.
news.
We don't even have
Joined
the
today
garbage.
by
That's...
expert
Guys, like,
witness,
make sure your roads are
Professor
connected. Make sure
Welcome,
everything...
Professor. So a
is
housing
connected.
shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological reward structures, which are entirely apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing
Yeah, the
shortage
trucks could not get
going to
out.
make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the
We should
sound
start
of
seeing
that.
those
But
trucks
what we are
leave now.
discussing is the study of a statistical abstraction and its effect on the human psyche.
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
Yep, garbage trucks finally going to be deployed in the city. And before we run out of money completely, let's go ahead and zone in some industrial. I'm like so nervous to have it there, so I think I'm actually going to start here. But once we get the industrial in, we should be doing pretty good. Let me slow this down for a second and just see exactly where would be another good spot for some housing. Let's take a look at our unemployment at 6.65.2. So, well, and it's decreasing rapidly. Now it's starting to rise. So, oh, it's our service upkeep that is starting to whoop our butt right now. And once we get the buses and everything, that's when we'll start to look at how we'll get these people in effectively. So maybe we don't get this area upgraded too much and we keep this section. Because right now we're looking pretty good. I want to expand slow enough for where traffic doesn't really interfere too heavily, or traffic doesn't kick off too heavily. Let's speed this on up and see if we can improve any of this. I said we're gonna have to bump taxes up a little bit for everything. All right, so we do need advanced road services, so we might as well go ahead and unlock that now. So Bellwood kind of feels like a through street, because yeah, Bellwood kind of gets you through there. I kind of Okay, so what I'm basically thinking is we extend, we add I want to add a 2-lane. That cul-de-sac's here. It kind of wraps. This way. And then I can be able to go here. And take this. All right, and this should be getting us to level 2. First, let's see what type of specialized, not specialized. Let's see where our commercial signatures we unlocked. We did unlock one, right? There, the tea salon. So we'll drop this. All right, we got the Riverside Grill now. We're gonna put this over here, in this area. I kind of want like a shopping center, so no, maybe not, maybe not. But we're doing better with the money now. We're doing well. Monthly Basel 127,000. Lack of labor. Can't find enough employees. Yeah, we definitely need more people living here. We definitely need more people. I think some of these houses here. This is going to be in between corn barrel and cranberry. And then we can finish cul-de-sacing. Cul-de-sacing this out. All right, so we definitely need to make sure that employees are able. Oh. All right, we're rebuilding. We're rebuilding. Lack of employees. Huh. They're actually losing us money. With 500 employees, yeah, we're definitely gonna need to.
One more quick question, and then
I mean,
that's it
500
for
500
tonight,
citizens.
Okay, let's see. Laura write that she never really understood what counterpoint.
So it seems like we're actually going to have
Yes,
to
Laura. It's quite
scrap
easy.
the first
In the
idea I
language of
had.
music theory.
All right, so why is there so much traffic coming through here? Where is it going? Well, this is our business corridor anyway, so this is what I was afraid of. When it comes to the money, we got it down to 75. And we're getting a bit of... We solved our issue with the amount of employees that we needed. That was great. But now we seem to have an overabundance. Services over here. So let's come over here. Okay, I kind of want to see what this looks like for our industrial section. I want to see what this looks like if I just zone all that out. It seems like Park Street is collecting I see. I see. Well, as of right now, it's just Park Street. That has a lot of issues when it comes to the traffic. Which is not bad at all. All right, so now I feel like we can go ahead and start to expand a little bit up here. Because we get virtually no traffic up here. All right, I think we won't be able to get out of this deficit. I think it's because we use so many roads. Yeah, let's bring this down until... Yeah, we're not touching the schools. We're bringing it to 72,000 for the time being. But I do like the fact that we have enough of this ready to go now, you know? So we got to make sure this stays like detached from the rest of the downtown area. It would be crazy to have a road that goes underground of a cemetery, because wouldn't that like mess up the whole coffin thing? Okay, we got an ambulance out there saving people. Okay, good stuff. Let's take on the traffic over here. Has that gotten any better? Yeah, the Park Street traffic has improved dramatically. And I wonder why. Is it because of the time of day? So technically this is still a part of our neighborhood. So we're gonna go probably houses through here. All right, expansion. How are we getting hit up by the police department? Oh, we gotta now place a police department once we get the money for it. We'll put that in our city services area type deal. Let's see. Fire department. First off, 120,000. We're gonna go broke. 100,000. Small police station. We'll do this one, and then we'll put that. There, and that takes us severely below threshold for the money. So as we can see, we got some development happening over here. This kind of shows like an introduction to the neighborhood. So I think we're gonna put more stuff like this here that kind of like block off like a lot of the other single family homes. And that kind of bridges like a gap for us when it comes to, oh man, we are starting to really tank. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna chunk everything up to 20% just for the time being. I know this sounds extreme, but we're gonna like give back eventually. We're gonna give back eventually.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate
But
area.
that still only takes us to 50,000. And then even looking at our happiness, unoccupied bills, taxes. You know, taxes. Nobody likes taxes here. Okay. Nobody enjoys the taxes, but that's going to keep our demand low and also gives us time to try to make some of this money back. So let's look at our electricity. We're still overproducing. So we can actually sell some of this off. I mean, we can increase the amount that we're selling off as well, but we're not exporting. Okay, but with the electricity, we definitely can go on here.
First of all, thank you
go
for
to services, electricity, service fee. We're gonna bump the service fee up a little bit.
Instead of the classic ones. But I guess the most important thing is that the music is
That's too drastic. 150%.
This is Liz Peterson, and you're listening to the Atmospheric Piano Channel.
That puts us in the green. So we have to just make some money. And while we're doing that, let's take a tour through the city, shall we?